So I know like a while ago I said I really wasn't going to buy books anymore because I just have so many books to read. Literally, I have stacks on freaking stacks of books to read. But I haven't, since I broke my ankle, I haven't been working as much. I was out for 2 months because I work at a fast food place, and with a broken leg, it's really not possible to work. So I was out for about 2 months, and then I've been working about 3 hours a week. And I finally started getting more hours this month. And so I decided I wanted to go shopping. And being a book nerd, I went to a bookstore versus a clothing store, as most girls would. Anyways, so I got 5 books and 1 movie at Half Price Books. And not a majority are kind of like classics, and 2 of them I've already read, but I've wanted to reread it, and I will talk about those in a second. So the first the biggest, my main purchase was Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. I actually don't know a lot about this book. I just know it's a very famous classic, and you read it. I know some people read it in high school, some don't. It really depends on where you are. And I've heard really good things about it. So we'll see. I'm hoping it's a good one. So that's the first book I got. The second book I got it's The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. Dumas. This is the abridged version. I was going to get the unabridged one, but that's like 1,200 pages, and I got the abridged version. This is one of my rereads. I read this back in the 8th grade. You can believe it. And it was the unabridged the abridged version. My bad. And I loved the story. Some of the writing and the dialect was a little hard for me back in 8th grade. That was 4 years ago, by the way. So I'm hoping now that I'm a little older, I'll like it better. But because I really did like the story. So, and hopefully I'll get a little bit more out of it. So, got that. The next one was Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, and I've heard really good things about this book also. And I think a few years ago I read like half of it. I just remember having it like from the library, but I never finished it. So, I read the back, and it, in a way, kind of reminds me of The Count of Monte Cristo, in the way the guy comes back and takes revenge on his, like, friends and stuff. So, in a way, I think they're kind of the same, and they're kind of the same era. I think this one actually might be earlier. I don't know. I really don't know, because I don't know much about this book either. And then the last book that I got that was, in my opinion, kind of a classic, this is Hatchet by Gary Paulsen. I read this book back in 5th grade, and it's gonna be it's a really easy read, but I loved this book. It's gonna be like a one-day read, but it was only like $1.50, so I was like, I'm gonna buy it. Because I loved this book. And I feel like we watched the movie. I feel like there was a movie made out of it. I might just be going crazy, and maybe there wasn't a movie. I honestly can't remember that far back. I just remember I really liked this book. And then the last book that I got it's a little bit more modern is The Teenage Amnesiac, or Memoirs of a Teenage Amnesiac. I've read the back, and I've read it a few times, and every time I've gone there, I just haven't picked it up, but I thought, why not give it a go? Because I have heard good things about this, and I think the whole idea of it is really interesting. So I think it'll be interesting. I'm excited. And then the last thing I bought, I have been wanting for a long time, because I have the first and the third, and I haven't had the second. And I went back right after Christmas when I had some money to buy the second, but it was gone. So I finally got X-Men United, which is the second one, and Personally, I think this is my favorite one because, I don't know. First one's good, but this is my favorite one because all the characters are in it. They all kind of, the good and the bad mutants all kind of come together, and I just really, I really liked this one. So yeah, that's my book haul for today, and hopefully for a while, because I'm trying not to buy books, but I love books. So I think I'm gonna go read one. Maybe I'll just play on my computer. I don't know. Alright, bye guys.